remember, becoming your true self is not just a goal, it's the work of a lifetime. Don't be in a rush to become the best version of yourself. The best version of yourself is here, and it's a lifelong devotion. Um, I say that because this is something that I'm currently going through right now as we speak, and I can only speak for myself through going through this human experience. I can find myself getting caught up into, man, I want to be the best version of myself. I got to do this, I got to do that, daily discipline, and you know, everything else. And I'm caught up into this. Oh, I want to be the best version of myself tomorrow, or if I miss one day, oh, I'm not the best version of myself, and things of that sort. But no, like it's literally it's a lifelong devotion, and I say devotion because it's something that you really have to devote to. Like it's something that you really have to embrace and grow into. Every day is not going to look like yesterday, and your 100% day, your 100% today might be 50% tomorrow, but that 50% might be your 100%. And this is something that I'm continuously telling myself, that it's a lifelong devotion of just daily, putting in the daily steps and the daily routines every day and doing my best that I can for that day. And at the end of the day, my higher self is here already, right now. You know, everything is in the present moment, the precious present moment. Everything is here right now. And the more you keep saying, "Oh, I'm working I'm working to be my higher self. I'm gonna be my higher self is on the way. It's gonna always be on the way." But when you speak things as they are, when you speak things as they are, because they is essentially, that's when you really feel that power. You know what I'm saying? That's when you really feel that higher self that you're working towards, that you're working to become. So that's something that I'm going through right now, and I can't speak for everybody else, but I know I have to constantly remind myself that. I came across this quote by Bob Marley, and I loved it. Possessions make you rich. I don't have that type of richness. My richness is in life forever. Bob Marley. Um, life has life have so many ways of showing you what truly matters, and it has funny ways of showing you what truly matters. Um, Speaking of my near death experience, after that, my whole perspective changed, and for the better. Um, I know, I can go into like what we do, we live life short, da 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 da. Da. But it made me truly realize, like, hey, I'm done wasting time on doing things that I don't want to do. So, like, with working a 9 to 5 or pursuing a worldly or secular career because, oh, it pays good or something like that. And it made me start thinking that money is literally a concept. It made me really grasp that. I started looking at money differently. Of course, you you need money. You need, but you don't need. You need money to sustain yourself, to get certain things. But there's certain people in the world that don't even live with the dime. Like they sustain themselves with the world, the earth. And I really love when he said, like, my richness is in life. After that experience, I stopped taking life for granted. Every day I'm waking up and I'm asking myself, what can I do today to be a better version of myself, be a better contributor to making this plane better for humanity, you know? And that's where the richness lies, that's where, when you start viewing life as a offering, that's when you cherish life differently. That's when your steps become different. That's when you don't put yourself in certain environments, or you don't put yourself in certain vibrations to make you feel less about your life, if that makes sense. And literally after that experience, like, it changed me. it literally changed me, a whole different perspective. And I'm literally reading about Buddhist teaching and studying teachings of the Buddha and things of that sort. And it makes, oh my gosh, it makes so much sense. And he's talking about, one thing he's really talking about, I'm getting off on a tangent, but one thing he's talking about, I'm on a part where he's talking about how desire leads to suffering, and we put suffering as like bad, like suffering is bad, we have a negative connotation to it. But suffering can be anything. Suffering can be the best, wanting to be the best version of yourself. Suffering can be wanting to become enlightened. Suffering can be whatever you desire, you know what I'm saying? And he's talking about how the enlightened, how nirvana is not heaven. Nirvana translates to extinguishing. And when you reach nirvana, you essentially extinguish the desire. And that's when a being becomes enlightened, because he don't desire. And I put this on my threads, and it really hit hard. Go follow me on threads, by the way. I'll be posting some good stuff on there. But he said there are no painful mind states in one without longing. Once when you let go of that desire, or I have to be, I want, I have to get, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, you're free. And I feel myself, that's what I'm chasing. I'm chasing that enlightened mindset of nirvana, of just extinguishing the longing mindset, the desire mindset, whatever it may be, with relationships, with materialistic things, with everything. And man, like, bro, just transparency here. I think I'm literally in a phase where I don't see materialistic things as it is, because I gave everything up. Like, I'm literally living in my car right now, and I'm okay with that, because I know I'm in a transition period. Like, I'm actually getting ready to, you know, move and stuff like that. So I'm not really like bothered by it. It's actually installing inside me an actual, like, a deeper uh empathy for the homeless. And we can get onto that for a different we can get onto that after all of this. But I say all of that to say that that's what I'm working towards. That's the mindset that I'm really working towards. And I never meditated as much until now, but I find myself meditating a lot. Like, every time I get, like, today is my off day, and I literally come to this very same spot right here by this little flow of water, this tree. I might do me some pull-ups, some push-ups, or whatever, but I sit here all day and I literally meditate. I do my breath work. I eat my watermelon. I do my yoga, and I sit here and I meditate, and I just literally, I let my mind just flow. I observe everything, but I literally see just the true insight that the Buddha is that he has taught. And yeah, like, needless to say, man, that's where I find my richness in life. I see life differently now. I actually value my life. I wake up every day happy, like, joyful. I remember I had days where I would wake up and I would, like, dread getting out of bed, but I wake up and I'm excited. Like, I don't like working at Walmart, but, like, just being there and putting smiles on people's faces, or being there and, or just getting up and just doing my daily, I'm doing it with such a high vibration of gratitude that it's literally nothing that can throw me off. And even if it does, I don't attach myself to it. I heard this quote that said, don't mistake malice for ignorance. And sometimes we think people do things because they're trying to get at us. And I stopped thinking that way. I literally tell myself what Jesus said in the Bible: forgive them, for they don't know what they do. And that's so freeing. Like, that's super freeing. That's super releasing. So yeah, man, I find my richness in life now. It's just the simple things: looking at the sky, taking pictures. Follow me on Instagram at the vital way of life, by the way. But I just take pictures of just the slow moments now, just the sky, the trees, the fruit that I eat, and I'm becoming super aware, super conscious of the things that I really like, that's been around me my whole life, but I never took the time to actually appreciate those things. I think it's time to alchemize that energy towards my personal legend, and let source bestow whatever gift it knows I'm capable of being a great steward over. I say that, and what I mean by that energy, the energy that I'm pouring into relationships, the energy that I'm pouring into uh, chasing a certain feeling of wanting to be accepted, just that energy that could be put into different things like your purpose. I started reading The Way of the Superior Man over again. This is probably like my eighth time reading this book, and every time I reread this book, I get something different. And it's this part in this book where he said, um, "Your purpose should be first. Your purpose should be first. You should put everything in your purpose." And we know this, but we don't. We take it for granted. And I'm still having even though I just got out of a relationship, the emotional intelligence part of myself knows that I didn't have my mom in my life, so I try to find that feeling of love from my companion that I would receive from my mother, and I know this. So sometimes I still find myself like trying to look out for the next person that I want to talk to. But like I told you, I'm in a phase where I'm finna get ready to move. So it's like ain't no point in me trying to talk to anybody right now, especially now I got a relationship, and two, I'm finna leave. But the most important thing is, bro, when are you gonna have time for yourself? When are you gonna sit with yourself? Like, and I think majority of that comes from it's just born. And us humans, we hate boredom. We hate being bored. Everybody hates being bored, who regardless of what that person says, like they hate being bored. They try to find the things to distract them, whether it's drugs, alcohol, pornography, being with a friend, games, entertainment, TikTok, whatever that may be. We try to distract ourselves from actually being bored. But being here, being homeless for one, forced me. Since I don't like saying homeless because I'm not really homeless. This is my home. But not having an apartment to go to forced me to be outside more. It forced me to actually be in nature more. It forced me to have to be bored. Like I can get here at this park, I can do my workout, I can do my meditation, and like I can do all these things. But once I sit down and I'm done, like I have to be with myself. There's no one else here. There's literally no one else here, and that's a good thing, you know. So like I was saying though, like it's time for me to put that energy that I'm essentially trying to push towards like things that doesn't really matter, and I need to alchemize that energy towards my purpose, things that I'm actually like in love with: writing, poetry, eating, um, eating making good food with what I have, and that's one thing that I've been alchemizing lately is just my food dishes. Like I've been eating raw. Like if you can see my skin, like glowing. I've been getting hella compliments on my skin lately, and like everybody's telling me like, bro, you have this glow to you. Like, what are you doing? You smiling a lot lately. Like, what you doing? Da 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 da. And it's simply just from me alchemizing my heart and my love into the simplest meals, bro. Like I don't have electricity, I don't have heat, and I just grab my food from the garden and I make the simplest dishes ever, but I put so much love and authenticity into them that they look so immaculate, fam. And it's free. It's from the garden. It's something that we sowed ourselves, and now I get to reap the thing, bro. It's oh my gosh, like yeah, man. I'm getting off on a tangent, but I think it's that time for you, the viewer, to alchemize that energy that you're pushing towards everything else, towards your purpose, what you're actually enjoying, what you love to do, what gives you joy. Like dedicate all that energy. Stop making relationships, women, men, people. Stop making relationships the center of your world. That's not like you put all this faith into people, into men, and they're gonna let you down. And I'm not trying to be negative, because I love people. Like, I genuinely love people. I see people differently. I don't mistake malice for ignorance. I genuinely love people. We're all just hurt kids walking around here, acting like we know everything. So I see the God in every person. I don't care if you're white, red, black, blue, whatever. I know deep down inside you have love in your heart, because you are the exact spitting image of the creator, of source. So with all that being said, like, I see people differently now. And it doesn't it doesn't hurt to empathize more now. It doesn't hurt to be, man, I don't even know how to word it. I don't even know how to word it. Just use that energy that you want to dedicate towards, relationships or whatever. Put it towards your craft. Be bored. Be bored. It's okay to be bored. It's okay to, be bored. I stopped smoking. I stopped, I don't drink. I drank way, way, way back when, but I haven't touched anything alcoholic in years. But I stopped smoking because I started to see that, well, one, my body started rejecting smoking. I started eating, like, taking on this whole lifestyle, and I started eating super clean. But when I would ingest this smoke, it would cause negative reactions in my body. I would get a headache. I wouldn't get paranoid, but I would have my mouth out, cotton mouth out this world. Um, and I would be super groggy that next day. Mind you, I sleep, but I sleep what my body allows me to sleep. What that mean is, if my body wants to sleep 4 hours, it sleeps 4 hours, and I get up and I, go about my practices. But I stopped smoking because I started realizing that I was doing it because I was bored. I was simply doing it because I was bored. And I was like, no, like, if I'm going to truly embrace this new chapter, this new evolution in my life, I have to practice being bored. I have to practice not subjugating myself to, toxins, because when you smoke, when you put flame to the plant, you make it toxic. We all know that. When we put this toxin in our lungs, when we put smoke in our lungs, period, it's not really good for us. But when you put this toxin in our lungs, it can throw off your body, it can throw off your hormones. On top of all of that, man, I've been doing a crap ton of reading, and THC can be found in sperm cells. And I'm in my childbearing years, fam. It's like, I'm not planning on having a child, but at any given moment, like, I could have a child, and I don't want my child to be affected by anything besides the DNA that, I created with, or, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, yeah, man, like, be bored. It's okay. It's okay to be bored. It's okay to sit with yourself. It's okay to, like, really take on a path of solitude and sit with yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm calling this chapter of my life the way of the Ronin. Man, I've been reading a lot of, like, what's his name? Muata Musashi, the samurai of ancient Japan. I've been reading a lot of his work. I've been reading a lot of his Dokudo, the way of walking alone. I've been reading a lot of that stuff, and I actually kind of made that code my code. And man, just being a Ronin, just being a masterless warrior, a wanderer, and, being super observative of life, the stillness of life, like this flow of water. And I just come here, and this is my entertainment, bro. Like, and yeah, I might be born, but just seeing how it flows and relating my life with that in this given present moment, like, flow, dude. You have to flow. And I post all this stuff on Threads, and I come out here, and I literally, and this water teaches me so many lessons than any teacher, professor, or person has ever taught me in my life. How it's calm, how it's flowing, how it's not resisting, how it's taking the path of least resistance, how it's just being. And yeah, it's just teaching me about my life right now, especially right now. So Yeah, but to go back onto me sleeping in my car, I'm in this transition where I'm getting ready to move, and somebody bought out my apartment. I put my apartment up for sublease. Somebody bought out my apartment, and I didn't have I didn't have a place to go. I hit somebody up. I didn't get a response, and it's okay. I forgive them. But sleeping in my apartment, I mean my car, whatever. It put so much compassion in my heart for and empathy in my heart for the people that don't have anything to sleep under. At least I have my car, and it may not be the. And I was just talking to myself, telling myself this. It may not be the more roomy car, but at least I have something over my head for the rain, for the wind, for the dust, because I'm in West Texas, uh, for whatever it may be. At least I have something. At least I have something to get me from point A to point B too. And I wake up and I'm just grateful. I'm great. I look at this car right now, this 2014 Dodge Avenger with no hubcaps on it, with the paint kind of chipping off. The bumper falls off every time, almost every time when it rains because it has nothing holding on. And I look at this car and I'm like, man, I'm so thankful for you. Like, I'm thankful for you. Yeah, we might have our disagreements at times, but I'm so thankful for you because what would I do without you right now? And it put so much empathy in my heart for actual homeless people. So with that being said, man, like I'm gonna start actually doing something for homeless people now. Whether it be going to the garden, picking off some like small little care packages they can eat, or making like a couple meals or whatever what I have and taking it to them or something like that, like some nutritional meals, not none of that greasy burger stuff. Like that stuff is not filling. Like something that's actually going to vitalize you and inspire you and will inspire them the way they can be inspired in that given moment. And I know it's kind of hard from dealing with the fact that they're not that fortunate, but man, it'd be the wisest, and it'd be the wisest of those of people like that has so much wisdom. So I'm gonna start doing stuff like that for them, and I'm also gonna spend a moment with them in gratitude and just spend time with them and learn, pick their brain because they're human too. They're human too. So yeah, man. Yeah, I just wanted to pick my brain right quick. I just wanted y'all to see what been on my heart lately, been in my heart center, and I'm glad I was able to alchemize this and transmute this to the camera. And I hope the person that's viewing this, I hope it marinates with you. I hope you pick up something from it because at the end of the day, like that's what we are here for. We're here to inspire each other. Inspire means in spirit. Put some in spirit, ignite some flame to your spirit, and go tackle whatever it is that you have for yourself. Um, One last thing too, man. I honestly think this diet, this lifestyle has made me more compassionate, more loving, more soft, more open, more receptive to life, people, um, events, whatever. I just see life so differently now. I see life so differently now, and I'm edging towards. I'm not even edging. I'm more embracing that mindset of impartiality, like not like not you know not categorizing everything as bad, good, negative, positive, and just seeing it as it is. It's a story. It's a story of a ancient of a old Chinese man, and I can't remember how the story goes vividly, but I can kind of miss it up a little bit. But it goes like how the man the man was a farmer and something went wrong on his farm, and the dude and his neighbor came by and he was like, hey man, something went wrong with your farm, how unfortunate. And the Chinese man responded, good, bad, who knows. And turns out it kind of worked out in his favor. And then the dude came by again. It was like, hey, like, what, that event that happened, it actually worked out for you, that's actually pretty good. And the dude said, good, bad, who knows. And long story short, that event turned into something that required him to have to go to the military, and his son or something like that, and the son ended up breaking his leg, and the bro, like, I messed up the story big time. But long story short, it it teaches how having a mindset of impartiality, not categorizing everything, not seeing things as bad or good, how it works out for in our favor. And like this creek or flow of water behind me, you literally flow with life events. You're not attached to them. You don't become identified with these events. You see them for what they are, and you keep going about your journey. You learn, you observe, and you just keep going. Don't put too much energy into it. You take it for what it is, and you keep going. The flow of life, the cycle of life. And yeah, man, that's where I'm at with now. That's what I'm embracing. That's what's been marinating my spirit. That's just been raining over my crown center, my crown chakra, and it's just been going all the way down. And I literally feel it every chance, every second I get, I feel it. And I see every event, every call, every bill notice, every credit report. I see whatever it is, I see it, and I'm just like, oh well. And call it irresponsibility, but at the same time, like, what I'm gonna do about it right now? I can't control it right now, and I'm not going to give it energy because it's just gonna bring down my vibration. And I'm vibrating super high right now, bro. Like, I step out in public, I get eyes. Kids come up to me out of nowhere, fam, and just like, I be at work and they'll wave, they'll say hey, they'll reach out. Animals come up to me. Animals that be walking in the park come up to me. I was over here meditating the other day, and the dog owner, he was like, hey, my dog is super curious about you. And the dog just smelling on me and stuff like that. And I'm just petting him like, oh, like, just, and I'm vibrating super high. So I can't let events that really don't matter, honestly, because it's all illusory. We're going to transcend this plane, one day. It doesn't matter. But I can't let those events dictate my vibration. I can't let it change me internally. So yeah, man, I hope this message really resonates with the soul that's viewing this. And at the end of the day, man, I love you. I'm proud of you. You are coming a long way, and you're doing perfect. You're doing perfect. You're doing everything that you can right now in the present moment. Continue to be present, and peace and balance to you. And just know that you are love. You operate in love. You shine love, and most importantly, you speak love and light. And I'm going to end off on this one right here. My words create my world, and my world is bright. So as I speak, let there be light. Let there be light. Let there be light. Let there be light. That's a mantra for you guys, man. I love you. And until next video, I'll holla. Peace.